Yo, what up? What up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter. I am here with the homie Mo. He had this dope transformation. He sent this to me on Instagram, and I was like, "Yo, man, we got to do an interview, man. I need to know the story behind this, man. This is about a year transformation. Looked like my man got ripped and put on some muscle, and got a new phone. You know, so like, yo, man, yo, it's great to finally talk to you, man. And yo, man, introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm Mo, and yeah, so I started about a little over a year ago. Like a lot of people who first get their gym memberships, you just kind of go into the gym and you kind of floundering around, got no like real sense of direction or necessarily what to do and what to work on. And I kind of told myself I was just kind of building up the discipline to come to the gym and to get started. And but I didn't really know. I knew how to lift weights, physically, but mentally and how to get the game plan down. I was a little lost in that aspect.
Right.
So I eventually I actually saw your videos from Ty Lopez. I saw you interview Ty Lopez.
Okay.
And I'm like, who is this guy interviewing Ty Lopez? Like I thought you were like a pro athlete or something. Like, this guy seems like an athlete, but he's like highly intellectual, like well-read, you know what I'm saying? And then, I'm like picking up like a street vibe, like a hip hop vibe from you. So I'm like, damn, look, like, I connected with a lot of those aspects,
Okay, thank you.
I looked you up, and then like I'm like, oh damn, it kind of blew me. Like I started watching all your videos, kind of like backtracked all your old videos, and just like from that day forward, I just try to soak up all the information. And I remember specifically one of the videos, it was about like reps and sets, and like I wasn't understanding how people were doing higher amount of sets. I'm like, how am I gonna do a higher amount of sets trying to push this weight? Like, I don't understand. And then you broke it down, and like ever since then, like it really clicked for me. And like a lot of other videos too, like just the motivation and you got my abs on point. Nice. And a lot of the other things too. But yeah, it's definitely been a big motivation, big inspiration on my fitness journey.
Oh, thank you, man. So much. I'm really glad I can help, man. Like, yo, that means a lot to me, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Tell your story, man, about how you went from like, you weren't like out of shape, but you like you could do better, right? Like, what was the story? What was like the moment? Tell the story about the moment where you decided, man, I'm about to start doing this. I'm about to start going hard with this.
Okay, yeah, and even when I showed some of my older homies, when I show them that before and after picture, they look at the before picture and say, bro, it was worse than that. Like, that wasn't even as bad as it was. And obviously, I was taking that picture because I thought I was doing something, so it was a little worse than that. But I gotta give a shout out to my boy Rich. He's a homie of mine that's overweight and was overweight at the time, and he started going to the gym, and then it kind of inspired me. I'm like, damn, Rich is going to the gym. I need to start going to the gym too. And I had always did like little backyard exercises, just real lightweight, just some light pull-ups and things. And then, but I started going to the gym because he started going to the gym. And then, but we kind of went our separate ways in the gym. So like, I'm just floundering around doing different things, working on random muscle groups.
Random shit, yeah.
So then you gave me that direction, and then it just started to change for me. And then, like now I'm a personal trainer. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, I'm a personal trainer now. So, so I owe it a lot to you, man. And I remember I seen you when I met you at the San Jose Fitness Expo.
Oh yeah. You had the glasses on. We both had the glasses.
Yeah, I always wear the glasses. But I like beat the crowd to your table. So like I was expecting like a mob around you or something. And like so like we would have had a chance to have a good conversation, but I didn't really know too much what to say. I was just like, damn, like I just took a picture with you. We had a light convo. And then after I left, I was kind of beat myself up. I was like, damn, I could have asked him all kind of questions, and I just didn't know what to say or whatever, And then my boy was like, he's like, man, you get a chance to talk to him again,
Hey man, oh shit, that's what's up, man. No, I'm glad. No, I remember that. I remember that because you was a character, man. You had the glasses on. Then I put my glasses on and we started. I remember we was joking around with that shit. That shit was funny. Yeah. That's what's up, man. I'm really glad I could help, man. I appreciate that, man. So what kind of protocol did you like eventually adopt and stick to start helping you make that the real transformation?
It was a combination of the gym and calisthenics.
That's a good combo, man.
Yeah. So calisthenics played a big part in it too, and that's another way I connected with you is that I know you do calisthenics, and you know you're always doing handstands and you do muscle ups and things like that. So that was something else. I think that's like you said, that's a good combo of doing body weight movements and gym movements. Like if you want to get ripped in a different type of way, I think calisthenics is really the way to go.
You know what, man? I have a theory about this, man. I might have said it in the video, but I don't have no evidence to back this up. It's just a hypothesis, right? So, like, I think when you ever watch the gymnasts in the Olympics, you see how like ripped those dudes are. Those dudes are like they look more ripped than like bodybuilders, or they look more ripped than like fitness physique athletes or whatever. And my theory is that all those little stabilizer muscles you need to stay stable, especially like on the rings or stuff, or just like with your body weight that you don't really get to use. I think like when those muscles are like more developed, you just look so much more defined when you have those
core muscles, like by them higher obliques by your rib cage and stuff like that. Not from like bench pressing or anything like that.
Exactly. Not the same way, not to the same extent, right? Because you got all those muscles you need to stay balanced. And it's just a theory. I might be wrong about that, but that's the only reason I can explain why gymnasts are so ripped, like look more ripped than physique competitors. Like they look more ripped, they look more defined. That's just a theory. I think that's played a big role in my development as well.
And this is kind of superficial, but it's cool to be able to do things that like even the biggest bodybuilders can't do. Like they get frustrated trying to do a muscle up. They're like, damn, why can't I do that? This little skinny rip dude's killing these muscle ups and pull ups, and I can't. You know what I'm saying? So
there's something to be said about. I think there's something to be said about being able to control your own body, right? Like if you can't, like, I think you should be able to control your own body before you even go out and try to like move weights or move other apparatuses. Like if you move yourself, if you have a certain level of control of yourself, I think just from I don't know, this seems right. I don't have no other
foundation wise, like that on point first.
For sure, man, for sure. So how have things changed, man? I know you got the new job now, but like that's amazing. What did you do before you were a trainer?
Before I was a trainer, music brought me here to California from Tampa Bay, Florida, and so mostly you could say what I did was like a rapper lifestyle, and I was all about the music, and so this was just like a healthy transition for me that that just totally got me totally wrapped up in the fitness. I'm all about fitness now. Like
nice.
I do boot camps, like you do boot camps.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I want to start doing more outside in the summertime. Now summer's coming up, and so
that's what's up, man. So how long have you been a trainer? When did you get certified and stuff?
I got certified in November. That's why I wanted to come to the Elliot Host event, but that was when I was kind of still getting my certification and things, so I couldn't really make it. But I really wanted to go because that was in my hometown. I'm like, damn, man.
Oh, right, in Tampa. Yeah, we was out there in Tampa.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. So, but it'll always be next time. But
I think that's going to be like a thing. Like Ellie's trying to make that like the Arnold, of like the YouTube Arnold, like the event for like YouTube or like social media, or like he's trying to make that joint a big deal. So I'm confident he'll be doing it more of it.
Yeah, and I wasn't even really into fitness like that when I lived in Tampa. So like I came over here and then found out Elliot Host was based out of St. Pete, which is like right over the bridge.
Right there.
Yeah, he was right there. Like so
yeah, like anybody can go to strength camp. Like anybody can go strength camp and like get a membership and like start working out there. I mean, Elliot don't be like doing all the classes all the time, but Chris be in there like all the time. Like the homie Chris be in there like training people like consistently.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
I'm going back in May. I definitely want to swing by there and check
For
them
sure,
out.
man. You definitely should. It's a cool place to train, man. Cool train. What? How else has your life changed? Like, cause all right, so this is what I always try to get at. Cause without exception, when someone makes the transformation like yours, right? It's not just the physical change, but it seems like a lot of other aspects of their life changed. Now you got a job and you got a different job. What else has changed? Like, how's your personality? Have people say your personality changes? Have you felt changes in your personality? Do you feel it?
Well, all right. So I'll tell you how it started. This is really how it started. Is even I think not before fitness, but it started with fitness, and then I used to smoke a lot of weed, right? So
I used to too, man. I used to too. No, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
November 1st, one day I just stopped smoking weed. Like and that's big for me. Like I got videos about smoking weed. Like I'm just like, that's what people know me for to do with things.
Right.
And after come from reading, I also see from the Power Habit, they call it your keystone habit. You know, so breaking that one habit really made a big change. Like I stopped one day. And and let me just throw this out here too on how to break a habit like that too, because this is really big. If anyone wants to stop smoking or stop a big habit, this is one thing that I did that my friend told me that he did, and it totally helped. Basically, I made a video to myself saying all the reasons why I wanted to stop, and kind of got frustrated in the video, said all the reasons why I'm better than that and things like that. And so you can vent outside just to the air or in the mirror, but that kind of like goes away. If you tell somebody and then that person ain't around, well then you're not really accountable to them. But I did it to myself. I made a video, and then next time I had a craving, I watched the video, and it reminded me, of the reasons why and things like that. So it got me through it. So there's something about that help make the change.
That's a good tip. That's a really good tip.
Yeah. So that was my keystone habit. November 1st, I stopped smoking weed, and then the next week, I took it to the next level and went vegan.
Oh shit, that's right. Yes, right. I read that you're vegan now.
Yeah, I'm vegan. I'm totally vegan, and I kind of want to apologize to some of these vegans out here who've been attacking you and your boy Kino Body.
It's all good, man. We're pretty thick skinned, you know what I'm saying? We can have it's all good. I appreciate that, but we're pretty cool.
Yeah, but that was my keystone habit, and then ever since then, I just got more and more serious. I stopped smoking weed. The next week I went vegan. Next week I got my certification. The next week after that, I got a job at the gym, and it's just rolling, getting bigger. So
you started a new crew. Your whole life changed. It sound like.
Yeah, my whole life changed, and people tell me like my boy told me the other day. He said, man, you're a lot nicer now. Like, I'm just nicer. He said, I don't know if it's because you're a personal trainer, you got to deal with more people or whatever. But like, I don't know. Yeah. I feel way better. I feel more positive, and what can I say?
Yo, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, yo. And it's like, I'm really happy for you, man. And I just want people to hear that, because this shit is not all about just vanity, man. It's not all about abs, it's not about muscles. It's not all about like you think people think it's about that, but it's way bigger than that, because everybody who makes a transformation like you did has the same stories, man. Like how like it improved their lives in so many different ways. How people say it improves their personalities, their relationships. Like you got this is like one of the biggest ones, man.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, I've never made a change like this in my whole entire life. Has always been kind of like the same, more or less. And but now it's totally 360 change.
Damn, man. Has your family noticed too?
I mean, yeah, because to be honest, I'm not really one to like get a job. Like I kind of live a rapper lifestyle,
rapper lifestyle,
artist, rapper, like just free spirit type of thing. So like now I got a job. I'm helping other people. Like like all my good feelings come from helping other people. Like I want to help other people make a change, and like that's what I'm about now.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. So you're like spreading like, so now people are making transformations because of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yo, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, yo. I'm kind of interested, man. Like, let me know. So let me just put your picture up again so people can see, man. Because you can look at your face and say you ripped, man. But how did you put like now with the what are some tips, man? Because people ask me all the time how to build muscle on a vegan diet, and I'm like, hey, man, why the fuck you asking me? So like, maybe you can give them some tips that I think they'd appreciate it. You know?
Yeah, well, just like, for one, I know everybody always says, when you gonna get your protein and stuff like that. But I mean, I would hope that we all kind of know now that protein comes in a lot of
Sure.
you get it from all different type of places. And does plant-based protein, like I got my protein powder right here, like
that. Oh, the warrior joint, yep.
Yeah, it don't have to be this one specifically, but just like you have your protein powder, I got my protein powder. It's plant-based, But and a lot of people be surprised what you got under all that flab, like like.
I'm sorry, Mo, you broke up for a second. Can you repeat that?
Okay, is that when you're vegan, you're gonna drop a lot of that excess weight a lot of times. So you're actually probably gonna just look more ripped just right off the bat because you're gonna drop some of that excess weight.
Mm-hmm.
But basically just training like anybody else really, and just of course keeping an eye on your protein, but it's definitely out there. So just make sure you get it. You actually got to eat more than people think that vegans like eat real light, but actually
you gotta eat a lot, right?
Yeah, you got to actually eat more than a regular person. So I'm eating all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Is it now? One thing I know from as far as the amino acid profile in plant-based profile in plant-based protein, it's a little different than it's not as traditionally it's not most of the time it's not as complete as like animal-based protein. So it's important to get it from like a lot of different sources, right? So you can get that complete profile. Or correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point because like people meat eaters will like they'll eat steak and like maybe something else, like maybe steak and mashed potatoes or something like that. But that steak already has like a complete amino acid, like you're getting all your protein, a perfect amount of protein just from that steak. Well, a vegan wouldn't eat just one fat. Like you wouldn't eat just one giant bunch of broccoli. That's not how we eat. We're gonna eat a whole. It's gonna be a complex plate of things, anyways. So that's how you get your.
Exactly.
So it's true that one vegetable doesn't have a complete amino acid profile the way a steak does, but we don't eat just one type of vegetable. Anyways, we eat a whole collage.
It's important to get a good big spectrum of different proteins.
Yeah, very food variety, and just eat all different types of things, and you'll easily get.
You'll be because I feel like I knew that, but I've never experienced it, so that's why I wanted to get your.
Yeah, that's a good point, but yeah, that explains it. Yes, pretty simple.
That's cool. So you've actually got stronger on a vegan diet.
I would say, well, yeah, I've gotten stronger just naturally. I didn't get stronger just because I became a vegan, but I kept the strength, and then of course I'm gaining a little more strength, just like I naturally would. So
you lost weight fast, though.
Yeah, I did. I just now gained it back, but I did lose like 15 pounds, like in like the first week of going vegan. And then,
what is that from? Is that like toxins or something leaving, or is that like, what exactly? Because everyone who goes vegan initially seems to lose a bunch of fat right off the bat. What's that from?
Well, I think it's definitely a cleansing. You're definitely gonna have meat in your gut, and it is a cleansing. And then also, it's a going vegan is a journey. So there's things to learn, and maybe you're not getting all your protein right off the bat, or like you're not used to eating as much as you should. So I just had to pick it up as far as eating, because I used to eat real clean before I was a vegan. I would eat real clean, and I had the abs and stuff. There was like 6 months of being like that picture before I went vegan. It wasn't vegan that made me like that, So I was used to eating kind of light and clean, and then when I went vegan, I had to step it up and just like all the time. You know?
Right, because the food's not as calorically dense. Is that why?
Right.
Got you. So like, so a lot of times when vegans first go, people first go vegan, they lose a lot of weight. Sometimes it's not. It might just be the learning curve of like just making the adjustment. They just don't know what to do yet.
Yeah.
Cool. Yo,
like,
that's what's up.
Like not like the Hodge twins. Like I feel like I never once saw them say that they went and talked to like a vegan bodybuilder.
Right.
Or, you know, like it seemed like they tried to do it on their own. I don't know if they were just doing it for fun or if they were really if they fully meant to do it. But either way, I didn't see them like really hanging out with any vegan bodybuilders, because there's big vegan bodybuilders out there that would have told them how to keep the mass and stuff like that.
I got you. I've been thinking about doing it like just as a challenge. I've been thinking for like a long time as a challenge, like just for like a month, right? And just to see what happened, just to experiment, because I just believe in like doing experiments, you know, seeing if, because like I try to not knock nothing within reason, right? Within reason, like as long as it's not like, you know, outside my morality or outside the law, right? Like with that, I give it a fair shot, because initially, like intermittent fasting, I was like I was like, yo man, I ain't never doing that shit. That's bullshit. That's because I came from 6 meals a day. Like that was ground into me from the 90s, right? And then
that's what I was saying too at first. Yeah.
Then I tried it and I was like, oh man, this is awesome, right? Like, so I've been thinking about like maybe doing it from, but if I do it, I'll hit you up, man. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm like, you gonna be my coach for that shit.
Man, I would love to see you try it. Like, do it my favorite, man. I'll be so tight. Man.
But I don't want to do it like it's like weird to do it now, because like the twins did it, and now I don't want to do it like it's like the thing to do, right? If I was going to do it, like it really just be an experiment just to see. Like I'm not making no claims it's better or bad. I don't know what's going to happen, you know, like just I don't know how I'm going to feel. How do you feel? Like I'm actually like legit interested in this. Like, how do you feel being a vegan versus meat eater?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that, and like I know I feel great, but to be 100% honest, I don't know. Since I stopped smoking weed and with almost the same time, I don't know which one to attribute to. But
I got you.
Overall, I could just say I feel great.
Yeah.
You might even want to try it sometime when you're cutting. I know sometimes you cut for expos or shows or something like that. Like that's a perfect time to try it. You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna go in through that little cleansing phase, you know, then that's a perfect time to try it, man.
Maybe, man. Maybe I don't know if I want to try it before something important, right? I don't want to be experimenting before something important, but maybe like no, but for real, like I hit you. I'll see. I mean, I might just run it as an experiment. I wouldn't make the commitment like oh, I'm going to do this forever, like they did, because then they went back and you look kind of silly when you do shit like that, you know. But maybe, like I'm not even saying.
Don't say maybe. You should. I mean, I think you definitely will try it as an experiment. Like,
oh yeah, okay, I will try an experiment at some point in life. At some point, like for real, and I'm gonna seek your guidance on that journey, man, because you killing it right now. That's what's up, man. And you know what's fuck, I had someone wanted to say. Damn, I lost it. I knew a dude who was like strong. He was a street workout dude, strong, man. He was a vegan, man. So like, he wasn't ripped though. Like, so it gives me the impression that like you can still like get fat on a vegan diet, or you can still not get ripped if you're in a caloric, if you're not in a caloric deficit, right? You still won't lose fat, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of processed food on the vegan side too, you know.
Right.
Like, yeah, you can, you know, cheeses and burgers and hot dogs and like everything that you eat on the non-vegan side, you can eat on the vegan side as you know, processed. Yeah.
Just because you're eating vegan doesn't necessarily mean it's healthy, right? You can still eat bullshit that's vegan food.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there's vegan donuts, vegan cupcakes and stuff like that. You know, I try to stay away from those too. But yeah, there's a vegan restaurant that I go to that I notice like they got like hamburgers and French fries and stuff. Every time I go there, like my weight goes up. Like just
yeah,
like vegan mayonnaise and stuff like that, vegan chicken wings and stuff. I'll eat all that stuff and then I'll eat more when I get.
Yo, this shit sounds like another world, man. Vegan mayonnaise. This sounds like another world, bro.
Yeah, it is another world too, man. It's really dope, man. It's really dope. Yeah, I had not had any like before I went to that restaurant, I had not had mayonnaise in like a long time. So like when I was tasting the burgers and stuff, I was just like, oh man, like damn, I miss this. Like I haven't tasted mayonnaise in so long.
Right. So that's cool, but you still got to put in the. You can't like because I know some like out of shape vegans, right? You still like it's still you still got to train. You still got to put in the work, right? That I don't want to pretend that that's a panacea for everything, right? You still got to put in the work, right?
Yeah, and speaking of calisthenics, one of the best like world champion calisthenics guy, his name's Sensei Barshbartha.
Oh, yo, he's dope.
Yeah,
He's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? Yeah, he's one of the best in the whole world. He's in Dubai and goes
Yeah.
all over the world training, and
Like he's like the whole calisthenics movement, man. Like it's to the point where like at first when I said I didn't want to compete, like I was like, really, oh yeah, I just don't want to compete. You know, like I meant it. Now it's like, yo, I can't compete. Like it's gotten so much better in the last like 3 years. It's like that dude Sensei does some shit that I ain't never like. Bella was showing me his Instagram because she's still big in calisthenics in the world, and like she was showing me his Instagram, man. It was like shit I ain't never seen before, man.
yeah, they do crazy stuff.
Oh, shit.
Hey, so I had a question for you too, regarding intermittent fasting, cause I tried it recently and I don't know, something kind of weird happened. I don't know if you had any suggestions or like
Oh, yeah.
what happened. Just last week I only tried it for 5 days, and but like by the fourth and fifth day, I started to like I don't know, I felt like bloated and like I started to like actually gain weight. I looked on the scale and I weighed more than I had ever weighed in like a long time. Like
Were you in it? Were you in a deficit or were you monitoring your calories or no?
honestly, I wasn't monitoring my calories, but I wasn't like my metabolism is so crazy that like
Yeah.
I usually can eat like whatever I want, but I
Right.
wasn't eating like anything excessive. I was just eating pretty normal, and I definitely wasn't eating crazy. I was just eating
Yeah.
normal, and then so I was wondering, can that like slow down your metabolism for some people? Like,
I mean, yo, listen, I've never heard anyone say what you're saying, but like, yo, I mean, it's definitely not with outside the realm of possibilities, right? Especially maybe because like you already said that you probably already had a low your calories were probably low to begin with, right? Because you said like on your diet you have to eat a lot of food. So I mean maybe your calories got too low, and I don't know what that means, man. Honestly, tell you the truth, without looking, I'm just speculating. I shouldn't have said anything, honestly, without knowing exactly what you were eating. Without if you were keeping like a log, then maybe we could have looked at it and like checked it out, and I can give you. But without the data, we'll both just be guessing. You know what I'm saying? But I never heard that before, so I don't know. What kind of fast were you doing? Was it 16-hour fast?
I was trying not to go. I was gonna progressively go up. Like the first week I was gonna do 13 or 14. Next
Okay.
week I was gonna do 15 and 16. But I was hovering around like 14 and a half, 14 and a half for those few days.
You gained weight.
Yeah, I gained like almost 5 pounds. And so I'm like, whoa, like I just stopped.
Was it fat or like it was like bad weight?
It was only in a week, so it had to have been fat. I mean, I know
Yeah. Damn. I mean, I don't know, man. Without knowing what you were eating, like it's going. And when were you training? When were you working out?
What was I working on?
Like when did you work out during that? Like before the fast or during the or after?
During the fast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is, man. Let's see. The shit ain't for everyone, right? So there might be that, but without really like knowing what you were eating, it's gonna be hard for me to make anything I say is just like a hearsay.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yo, you said you had some other questions for me, man.
I got some questions for you. See here. Well, one question, just a basic question was, when you first started YouTube, I was just kind of wondering, like where were you at in your fitness journey when you first started making your first couple videos? I know you were a Nike trainer at one point. You were on covers. Um, did you do that before you started the videos, or did the videos lead you to that? Like, I kind of want to know, like, where you were at in life when you first made the first few videos, and when did you start seeing traction?
Got you. Well, I've had, you know my story. I've had like a lot of jobs, right? Like a lot of different career paths, and colorful paths, right? But really, I started working out when I was 16, man, and this channel's like 2.5 years old, and I'm 33, right? So, and then I first got certified as a trainer when I was 19, and like even though I did other things, I never stopped like training people. Like, how old are you right now?
I had a feeling you was gonna ask me that question.
I was curious. Yeah.
I'm around your age.
Oh yeah, you look younger than that. Yeah, but like, so like most people when they ask me, they're like 20 or in their early 20s. I'm like, bro, and it's like sometimes there'll be somebody trying to like start arguing with me on YouTube, and I don't think I know everything, but I will say that like when that kid was like playing with Legos, I was training 10 people a day, right? Like I've been a trainer since I was for 17 years. I mean, I trained for 15 years, like a trainer, like training people,
right?
Way before YouTube was invented. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I don't say that to discourage anyone. It's just like, I'm just saying like, it was no, like some people have a lot of trepidation about starting a YouTube page or starting, especially in fitness, because putting yourself out there, but it's like, I didn't have any of that because like I've been doing it for so long. Like what do they say? Like it take 10 years to become an expert. Like I had been like training other people, not just myself, like training other people for 15 years. So it's like, I don't know, like when I do my Q&As, man, like I'm not like reading or Googling shit, I just right off the head, right? Because I know, so I was so confident in my ability to, the only thing I didn't have confidence in was the medium, as far as like making videos and editing them and all that. That was where the learning curve was. And then all the other stuff, like, like I did like modeling for Nike, Adidas, brand Jordan, all that other stuff, all that stuff came, magazine, that stuff happened like before, actually, man. Most of that stuff happened before. And some of it like still happens because there was a point where I was with one of the, like a big like modeling agency here in New York. Like I got scouted. I was just walking there. Like people asked me how I got with that shit. Like, man, I was walking down the street, man. Like, so I wish I could say it was, I wish I had some, like all that shit you see, top model and all them chicks, like do all these contests and jumping through hoops. That ain't the real world, man. That ain't that's just, that's pageantry. That's the show. Like it's really like, but so anyway, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that shit was just luck.
Together by the time you were making the videos, so once you made the videos, it just naturally picked up pretty fast because you already had been putting in the work for so long and the groundwork.
Well, the thing is like, so when I started, it was like YouTube was still newish, like kind of new, and like technology was a little different. Like technology has advanced like a lot. Like just the iPhones are like way better than they were. Like the cameras are better. Everything's cheaper. So when you see me making those videos in my room, like I was using a flip cam, like one of the little flip cams from like 7 years ago, 5 years or whatever. It's like it's like the medium. Like I didn't know how to make a video, so I just did whatever. And that's where I was like, so I didn't have it together yet. I was just throwing everything at the wall and seeing
at some point you were ahead of your time, because I saw you had some older videos where you like on like a black what's it called, a blue screen, a green screen.
Oh, the green screen, yeah.
Like another dimension, like working out.
That one video, that's one video like that. And where that came from, it was this company, they wanted to do some work with us, and it was like, and they wanted to do some work with me, and they said basically they brought me into the studio to do a work. That was the first time I did one of the workouts where you work out with me, and there was a timer, and that joint did really well. And then I said, oh man, I need to learn how to make videos like that on my own. So like that was kind of like a catalyst, for that.
So you were featured on YouTube before you made your own channel.
No. It was like, so I had already had like my YouTube going, and then that video came from what people don't understand is I had a video like this. This is my second YouTube channel. A lot of people don't know this. Like a lot of people, because I had another one before that didn't get this big. It only had like 20,000 subscribers, but it had like 20 million views. And this is like, I don't know, man, like years and years ago. But I had that's when I was in music, so I had my music on there. It wasn't like a fitness channel. It was like I was just, oh, YouTube. I was treating YouTube like it was Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just, okay, yeah, just make a video. Just making videos about whatever. Oh, I'm working out. Make a video about it. Oh, we in the studio. Make a video about it. I'm playing guitar. Let's make a video about it. Like, and then so it never really picked up because there was no focus, and I wasn't even taking it seriously. But some of the fitness videos like started picking up, man. Like fitness videos got big, and then one day that channel got shut down, and they never told me why. To this day, I don't know. If I could find out, somebody at Google. They just one day I woke up and that shit was gone. What happened, man? It sounded like a predator.
I don't know, something just fell off the counter. I don't know why.
Yeah, so anyway, so then I think, man, you know what? What if I started another channel and just really just kept it on fitness? And that's what I did. And that's where this channel came from. So when I really first started, I didn't know what I was just like, I had probably had more videos of me playing the guitar than I did of workouts and nutrition. Honestly, some of those videos you can still find on the internet. Like if anybody should search Brandon Carter acoustic guitar cover, and you'll see like I should be really good at that shit.
I like vaguely remember when you had your when you was like on Universal or something like. When you were a rapper like back in those days.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Them days gone. I'm retired, man. I'm retired. Leave that to the young folks.
Hey, why you still use B Carter music? Why don't you change that? Somebody that is already taken up too much or what?
You know what, man? It's just to be a pain in the ass to change. Like he's talking. For the other, I don't know. He's talking about B Carter music is my Instagram, and the reason I would change it, I probably would, but it's like I had the Instagram for so long. It's the only reason I'm not changing it is because it'd be a pain in the ass. Like I have to go on my ebooks and change it. I have to go on every website where it is in, every PDF where everything you can download something. I change it and change the links. It would just be I'm lazy. To be honest with you. So I just explained it like in my bio. I just wrote a failed musician, and then that's it. You know, I was like, okay.
So let me get a couple more of these questions out because I asked on my social network, if anybody had any questions.
I saw that, yeah.
Fire and everything. So my boy Pop Harris in Tampa, he wanted to know any over-the-counter detox, testosterone, and metabolism products that you would suggest.
Man, like most testosterone, like booster products, like the majority of them are not really worth the investment. I don't want to say they're bullshit, just like the return on investment may not be as high. Your best bet, the things that really work, and they only work, okay, vitamin D usually works well, especially like if you live in like a cold climate, like you're probably like we cover up in here in the winter, it's cold. So like you need vitamin D to produce testosterone, and so we're not getting like a lot of sun exposure, right? That's another way to get it. So you take vitamin D up. ZMA, man, I think ZMA helps, man. Honestly, I think ZMA helps. That's it. What else? Testosterone, any supplements? ZMA, man. Almonds and sleep.
Greg was saying the other day, he was talking about cinnamon, and ever since he said that, I've been putting cinnamon on everything.
I don't have a lot of experience with that, but one of his boys is like an expert on testosterone, who has so maybe.
Yeah, I looked it up. I guess there's a lot of like studies with animals like mice and stuff like that made the testosterone go way up. So
listen, nothing better than sleep, man. Like I'm telling you, man, that's the easiest one, like easiest way to boost the sleep. I try to sleep 9 hours a day, man, for that reason.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And what about he's talking about metabolism. I know in personal training they mentioned like they say that in the school they mentioned that like it's a little bit harder to transfer from a slow metabolism to a fast metabolism just by eating a bunch of meals. Like it actually takes like a year or two for your body to transfer to a faster metabolism. But I don't know, that could be bullshit. But like what would you suggest to raise someone's metabolism?
I probably wouldn't even focus on it that much. I think it's much more important is your caloric intake, like, because that's like something you can like really control, like right now, like this moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's your caloric intake, and like, because presumably he wants to burn fat, right? If he's asking that. So like, I mean, listen, I've seen people. I don't like to promote this, but I've seen it. Like I've seen people like lose fat without even exercising. Like, because exercise will raise your metabolism. Like hit cardio raise your metabolism. Certain fat burners may like give you a little boost, but like none. But it's some rappers give you a boost, but and so with like training. But I mean, the easiest way is to like reduce your calories, man. Like I've seen I've seen people who like just, yo, man, I don't want to work out, I just want to diet. And I like, your diet's gonna have to be extreme. And he was like, yeah, cool, man, I just hate working out, I don't want to do shit, I just want to stay home and play video games. This was a kid, he told me that, and he lost like a ton of weight over a summer, man. He just like took his calories real low. Like
that's what I tell my potential clients at the gym. I'm like, you see some of these people like on the elliptical or treadmill, and I see them every day for like a long time. They're like sweating bullets, like going really hard, but then they come back and they look exactly the same because they go home and eat the same stuff they always ate. So like, it's really about the nutrition, you know.
Yo, it's so much about that. Like, there's nothing, you can't out train a bad diet, man. I've worked in gyms where the aerobics instructor was overweight and wouldn't all year, the motherfucker wouldn't lose weight. His job was doing cardio, and like because he was eating burgers and milkshakes, you know.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of cycling coaches too that are like kind of big, like
it's a diet, man. It's the diet's most important. I mean, in working out, like I don't want to like dismiss cardio or dismiss any like it, because it definitely helps, but it won't help. Okay, like running a mile, you weren't like on average the person who runs a mile burns around 100 calories on average, and a cup of rice is like the size of my fist, right? A cup of rice has 200 calories. So like to try to burn off all of it, it would be hard, right? Because that's two miles for one cup of rice, right? It's easier to just it's easier to eat less than it is to try to burn more, because it's just you can eat, I don't know, you can just do more. You can eat way less than you can always eat less than you can. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
I know. I seen somebody today put a comment under one of your pictures. They're like, "Can I get abs without dieting?" You're like, "No." You don't even always answer people back, but you came out of the blue on that one. No.
I answer if I can see it, because it's like all these different social medias, Facebook, YouTube, and I try to answer on my email. So like, we got a forum, so like I really spend like maybe like 4 hours a day just answering motherfuckers. So sometimes it's just a quick, oh, that's easy, I don't have to explain that.
And like they say, abs are made in the kitchen, right?
The diet is the most important thing. Without that, but training helps a lot. Training like really helps. I don't want to negate that, right? There's a reason sprinters look the way they do,
Yeah. So let's see, a couple more questions that were asked. Actually, my boy Rich asked a question. This is more like in a self-improvement type of question. He says, his name is Almighty Richard on Instagram. He said, my question is, how do I get myself to believe in my goals to start taking action? I have future goals and I'm very strong about them, but how do I find the courage to make them my priorities?
I was actually reading a new book today by the same dude who wrote that book you were quoting, The Power Habit.
You're right.
Yeah, this dude, same author. Yeah, he just came out with another book. I pre-ordered the joint and I didn't get it. And so anyway, what he's talking about was you smart goals. Like you have to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic. Well, I might be fucking up the
Oh, that's right. I know what you mean. Yeah. ART.
Yeah. What this fool say?
Time related.
Yeah, they have to have a deadline. And though, but basically, okay. So here's the thing. Like, without even getting into that, I don't want to butcher his shit. But with that's why fitness is so important, right? Cause check it out. Cause you notice when you make your transformation, right? You have to make all these little goals. You have to start eating right every day, right? You have to start training every day. You have to start sleeping. You have to like do all these little things, make these little commitments to yourself, right? And then you start doing those things. You start doing those things, the little things, just small tweaks, but you're doing them every day. You do it consistently. And what happens is, man, over time, you first of all you change your body, but you really change your mind, right? Because you start making these promises to yourself, and then you actually keep the promises you make to yourself, and you start to have more confidence in yourself. Like that's what confidence is. Confidence is belief, right? Like if you go home, it's like if some kid lives with his mom and she cooks dinner every night, well, he believes, he has confidence that he's going to have dinner that night. But if she doesn't sometimes, she doesn't know, he's not going to have no confidence in that. He's going to be trying to eat shit on the way home, right? So I say that to say, once you start keeping these promises you make yourself, just these little commitments, then you start to believe in yourself more. Then it's like, I mean, I see it with you. After you make these changes, you say, damn, fuck, man, what else can I do?
Yeah,
right.
Then I'm gonna go to the next level.
Exactly. What else can I do? Then you got a different career, you got a different job. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like you trying to do other stuff. We were talking before this about some other plans you got, and it's like, yo, man, it's like that's I see that consistently. Like I expected that, right? Because that's what this does. That's what this is about. It's not about vanity. It's not about looking. I mean, it's that too. I'm not gonna lie. It's that too. It has its advantages, but it's way bigger than that. It's like way bigger than that. Like so, I think. I don't know Almighty Rich who asked the question, but like like I'm telling you, man, that's why I stress fitness, man, because it starts with yourself. It starts with yourself. If you can't change yourself, can you really go out and expect to change other things? Or like, if you're not in control of yourself, how can you reasonably believe that you're going to be able to control other things in your life?
Definitely. Yeah, I know him personally. I think some people make big goals and they're not always looking at the smaller goals to get to each. They're looking at the next level without looking at the staircase. Just taking step by step to get to the next level.
You gotta. That's a good point, man. Break it down, man. Break your goals down into sections, right? And that way they don't look so overwhelming. So let's say you wanna. I don't know. When Elliot hit 1 million followers, right? 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I was, I hit him up. I was like, oh shit, this is crazy as you did this, right? And I was like, man, I wonder if I can do that. Like, I wasn't even thinking it was like a possibility until I seen it. I was like, all right, maybe. I don't know. I'll get 200,000. Let me just go there. Nah, I got there. All right, fuck it. Let me get 3. Maybe I can get the 3. I got the 3, and that was like a year ago. I'm about to hit 500,000. So it's like if you break it down, and then that way it's also like it's like micro goals. Yeah, I think I made this up, but I don't know if I did or not. Micro goals. So once you break the goal down into little goals. So like now my goal is 500,000, and this is not like a big goal, not something I really care about, right? But it's it's there in the back of my mind. So you break so that way. Because if the goal's so big, it's so far, it's going to take a long time to get there. You're going to have to do a lot of change. You might not even know all the stuff you got to do to get there. And it could just look discouraging and just far away. But if you break it down into sections, into little micro goals, into something that you can actually see, to something that looks attainable. Okay, I can get here. All right. And don't worry about getting all the way over there. Yeah, I mean, that's in the back of your mind. But like, I'm just focused on getting here right now. And celebrate when you get there. Like, be happy about that. All right, cool. What's next? Then go to the next one. And the next. And I think that's if you break it down into little micro goals. I don't know if I made that up or if I stole it.
No, that's not.
It's gonna work.
Oh, for sure. All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what other questions we got here. Leslie Stracely from Melbourne, Florida asks, what are some good pre and post workout foods?
That depends on your goals, man. It depends on your goals and what you're trying to accomplish, and where you're at. Like if like when I'm doing intermittent fasting, I don't take the only thing I'm on an empty stomach. Excuse me.
Right.
Only thing I'll take is I'll take a pre-workout. Obviously, I take my pre-workout. I mean, sorry, either one of these are my pre-workouts. I take my pre-workout, Rebellion, and then I also take BCAAs when I'm training fasted. I put them together. Actually, I made these so they would go together, right? Like I had that in mind, and then that's all I take out because I'm trying to train fasted, and the reason I do that is because after a 16-hour fast or like I've been fasting I'll probably train I'll fast for 16 hours and then I'll probably start training at the 15th hour. So like I'll break my fast at 3, and then but I'll probably start training at 1:30 or 2. So right after that much fasting, like your body runs off glycogen, right? Your body eats food and and it converts it to glycogen. Your body will run off that glycogen, but once your glycogen is depleted, your body's going to run off your fat reserves. That's what fat's there, right? That's why we evolved to store fats. Fat is supposed to be used for energy during times of caloric scarcity, right? So I deliberately put myself in a position where the body has no choice but to use the fat for fuel, right? Because my glycogen has been depleted but I take the pre-workout one for the energy because the caffeine helps with the hunger and the energy, and the amino acids help mitigate muscle breakdown when training fasted. So, but that's just what I do, right? It depends on like what your goal is. If I'm on a serious bulk, I might do something different. But if I'm just trying to stay lean or trying to do a lean bulk, then that's what I'll do. But it really depends on your goals and what you're trying to accomplish.
For someone not fasting, is it usually fruit a good pre-workout?
Hey man, it depends on your goals, right? Like it depends on what your goals. Like if you're trying to train it for performance, like to see the best performance, like if you're an athlete or something, and all you care about is like getting the best out of your training session, then I mean, shit, man, like eat fucking pasta, eat carb, eat whatever eat whatever's gonna give you as much energy as you need to train. But if you're training for aesthetics or like a body goal or like a physical goal, if you need to lose weight, then that might not be optimal because your body's going to run off that food as opposed to your fat. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between training for, like when I train athletes, like who need to perform, is different than when I train people who are going for a look. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a totally different protocol. It's like not even, like we don't care what they look like. We don't care if they're ripped. And that's why you'll see somebody like, let's say like, Carmelo Anthony, right? He's never really been ripped, right? But he goes out there and performs, right? Like it's because it's not important. It's like training for athletics is different than training for aesthetics.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Cool. All right. See if I got any more questions here from the people sitting. Let's see here. Well, Daryl Early from St. Pete, Florida, asked about St. Pete. Yeah, he asked about your supplements. Asked what's your take on supplements and how do you feel about organic supplement or natural supplements versus non-natural? But I mean, you make supplement. You make supplements.
I'm biased. I own a supplement company, but I will say that I started the company like almost like for selfish reasons. Like I wanted like shit that I wanted to take. Right? A lot of the pre-workouts they have was proprietary blends. Okay, so like I'm gonna give you guys some little inside information on the supplement industry. You probably already know this, but proprietary blends. So they don't tell you exactly what's in there. They don't tell you the exact ratios of what's in there, the exact amounts of it. So something like it might say it has creatine, right? Well, fuck, how much creatine? How do I know if I'm getting enough, or how do I know? Do I need to add more? If I add more, will it be too much? It's like now you're playing a guessing game. You're just hoping that this company it's not being transparent. And they might say that sometimes I've heard the excuse that, oh man, we don't want people to steal our formulas. It's fucking bullshit. Right. Like I know that because I've fucking I can send anybody shit to any lab and they'll tell me exactly what's in there. Like I know because I've done it, right? So it's so we was like, man, we just put it all on here. But when we found out like starting a company is like, okay, like the amino acid citrulline. It helps you with your pump, helps you with bulk, right? Just amino acid, nothing exotic, but it's one of the most expensive ingredients in a pre-workout. So without me shitting on other companies, but a lot of these companies, they'll say, oh yeah, we got citrulline in our pre-workout, but they have like a negligible amount. It's not an effective dosage, right? They have some of them have as little as half a gram. Right, we have 6 grams.
They got it in there.
That's enough to say they can legally say they have it get in there and they can advertise it, but not enough for it to work. And we were just kind of like, and I get it why they do that. I totally get why they do that because they're gonna make a lot more money per bottle than we are, right? Because they can just put anything in their shit, and where is a proprietary blend? They're gonna make a lot more money per bottle than we do, right? But I don't know. I just wanted to feel good about I just wanted to feel. I wanted something I wanted to take personally, right? And I wanted something that I felt good about selling. So that's just one example of what we did, how we're trying to be different, just clear transparency. And then I don't know. I just feel it's important. That really frustrated me. Like, do I need to add more creatine or not? And so like, how much do I need? And then we also gives me a chance to be kind of innovative, and also like our fat burner is 100% natural. Like it's like
I just noticed like yesterday that T-Rex was made by you. I thought you were sponsored by someone else.
Yeah. Well, what happened was initially the people who had it, and we actually I bought them out, man. I bought the shit. Yeah, we brought it under the Pro Labs umbrella. So this is actually 100% natural. It's the capsules are veggie capsules. So like a vegan can take it. All it is a collection. It's like just all natural herbs. Like there's nothing exotic here. All natural herbs is 100%. Another thing, 100% money back guarantee. Motherfuckers don't like our shit, they can send it back. Like if it doesn't work for you, if you're not getting effects, then I don't want your money. Please send it back. We'll give you all the money back. And one thing, man, like a lot of these companies, like they try to tell you that, yo, man, you take our shit, you're gonna look like this model we hired. Like, listen, man, I don't give a fuck what you do. I've been training for 17 years. It's gonna take you a minute to it probably is gonna take you a minute, depending on your genetics, to look like me or whatever. I don't want to give you that impression, or that it's gonna work without you. It's magic. Like you gotta train. That's why I put out like a free workouts all the time. I put out the workouts. I give out this my ebooks are only like on Amazon, only 99 cents, because I give you the information. Because if you take this supplements, I want them to work for you, right? And they're not going to work unless your shit is in order, So that's a part of it. And then one last thing, I don't want this to be the Bro Lab show, but we gave us a chance to be innovative, right? So coffee, like everybody who drinks intermittent fasting is big on coffee. Who does intermittent fasting is big on coffee, because coffee here helps. It's like a natural way to help suppress your appetite and give you energy. So I spent like a year developing this coffee. If you watch any of my old day in the life videos, man, I always starts with coffee, right? And I worked with some coffee companies in Seattle to come up with this joint. It's like for athletes, like it's got more caffeine than almost any other coffee out, but we did it naturally by making an extra light roast. Like the people don't notice, the lighter the roast, the more caffeine is in it. People think the darker roast is stronger, but it's the light roast. And
people don't know that. I think the bitter dark one is the
it's the opposite. It's the opposite. I get why you think that, because it tastes stronger, and it does, but the lighter the roast has more caffeine. And then we added ginseng in it, right? Like we added ginseng. We tried a lot of other shit, but ginseng was the only one that tastes good, and we felt like really gave you like energy that you could feel and take it to the next level. So it's just ginseng and like extra strong coffee. And I feel like that's like gives us a chance. That's like innovative, man. So like some people, especially like a lot of like people, especially in the calisthenics community, they're like, I don't take no supplements. They don't. All right, that's cool. But you drink coffee though.
Yeah.
And if you only drink coffee, you might as well drink the most fucking badass coffee there is. And I think we got that. That's so like that's why we started, man. It gives us a chance to innovate and like just bring a different, you know, transparency, honesty, you know, money back guarantees if people don't like it, and I don't know, just the way I do it the way we wanted it done, man. So I don't remember what the question was, but yeah. Laboratories.com if you're interested. T-Rex is on sale, 55% off right now, but I don't know when I'm gonna air this, so it might not be on sale when
you have any like package deals where I can get 2 or 3 of the products together? Or?
Yeah. You stay on after we get off. Stay on because I'm gonna send you some shit. You know, but we're gonna have like some bundles coming. We run those bundles periodically where you can deal. We always got deals.
Okay. Yeah, I like to hear that about the citrulline too, because like you said, that's an expensive supplement. I actually I haven't been taking citrulline, and I tried to get it at the vitamin shop the other day, and I seen how expensive it was. I was like, damn, like, I didn't know it was that expensive, and I don't know. I ended up not even getting it, but
that's what they do, man. I'll send you some of that, man. You say you tell me how you like it. You know, it's 6 grams is like a good dose, man. Like you'll almost never find any. I can't really think of another I'm sure there is one. Maybe I just can't think of it. But most of them don't have that much citrulline in it because it's expensive, you know.
Yeah, I think the pre-workout I'm taking out on high. I don't think it's got any citrulline in it. So yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. You know, that's an effective dosage, man. That's an effective dosage for real.
Yeah,
man. All right, man. Well, unless there's another question, man. I probably gotta run, man. We've been on it for
that was the end of my questions that I had got from one of the people's.
It's all good, man. Y'all really appreciate your transformation, your insight, man. The fact that you like just made like a total change, man. Like people, your family notices it, your friends notice it. You got a new career, like almost like a new life, man.
Definitely. I owe a lot to you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. So I'm really glad I can help, man. It means this is I love this shit. Like when I hear that it helped, the money and all that stuff or whatever, it's cool, man. But like honestly, this is like the most gratifying thing when I hear like these success stories, man. So I thank you for taking time to tell your story to people. I hope that I know a lot of people are going to be interested, especially like the vegan aspect as well. And yeah, man, I'm
real glad to hear about you doing an experiment with veganism in the future. I look forward to it. We know you're not doing it just to copycat other people. You like to experiment, like Tom Lopez says, experiment, try it,
Well, yeah, I'm experimenting. I'm gonna reach out to you, man. You're gonna be my coach for this shit. So when we do it, probably after the summer. Because the summer's too important for me to be experimenting. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, you got my email, man. So that's yeah, man. So where can people get in touch with you?
Motivation by Momo at Gmail. The Motivation by Mo is the Instagram, and Motivation by Mo YouTube.
Sounds good, man. Take it easy. Yo, stay on the line after this because I'm gonna talk to you for a second. But yo, man, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
For sure. Appreciate it.